While I was in my crib celebrating, I found out that she actually made a new account. So the new account that she made is called Questioning Our Thoughts. She's been banned once again, boys and girls. Grab your party poppers and your alcoholic... Wait, actually, maybe don't do that. Grab your glasses of water and get ready to celebrate because that vegan teacher is finally got... Are you serious? Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope your day's been going pretty well. I can't lie, I just came back from school and it was absolutely AIDS. But it's time that once again we come back to take a look at Nomio's hairy cousin, that vegan teacher. Because even though her TikTok was taken down, she still uploaded a 17-minute video to her channel called Is David Rams a Racist Vegan? I can't lie to you right now, I don't think you should be talking about topics of race again. We all know what happened last time and I don't even want to go there.
Does this girl seem to you like she might be naturally intelligent, gorgeous, generous, exemplary, and radiant? She looks like she could be that to me.
And with that being said, I'm gonna stop talking and just go ahead and take a look at this.
Hello, students! Welcome back to class! I'm so happy you're here. It is great to see you.
I'm sorry, but what students do you have? This bitch hasn't got anyone in her classroom. I'm telling you, it's straight up empty. Or, you know, maybe it's got a few special ed kids in there. Then again, I think even they would dislike her. I mean, this is just how bad it's getting. Vegan, because I give a shit. Well, I don't. Tell me right now, if you were inside of a classroom with this woman as your teacher, what genuinely would you learn about the planet? What would you learn about life in general? How to spin grazed carrots on the tip of your dick like a Beyblade? Not really my type of class, I'm not gonna lie to you.
How are you doing? Are you drinking enough water? Did you eat any spinach yet today? How about some kohlrabi or some cauliflower or some broccoli?
I ate a fat pepperoni pizza. And by the looks of it, I'm guessing I've eaten your ribs as well. Can we get some F's in the comments for that vegan teacher's ribs? I mean, well, where did they even go? I mean, no wonder she can't take criticism. She just can't stomach it. I've got to be the most unfunniest person that's ever, like, made a YouTube channel. She's basically just talking to herself at this point. I mean, everyone that goes to her channel just goes there to leave a dislike and a comment saying that she's a bit of an idiot. I mean, that is why she disables her comments and her like to dislike ratio, because it's just awful every single time. And if I was her, I probably would too, because, Jesus, a lot of people do not like her.
Any carrots? Did you have any hummus? Carrots and hummus. They go together in any kind of season, in any kind of weather. Carrots and hummus, they go together. Sing this song and be vegan from now on. Yeah!
Shut the fuck up! I did not realize my voice was capable of going that high. Just think it couldn't get any worse. She can't even sing either. Makes me want to pull the trigger of a double barrel straight into my head. How many times do I have to tell you, old lady? I don't want to become a vegan. I like eating meat, yeah. I like burgers and pizza. What are you going to do about it? In fact, now that you've brought the topic onto it, I've got a little bit of a song for you this time. So let's see how you like it. If you're a vegan, then God is a thanker. I think you look like an absolute wanker. At this point, I think I'm just going to quit YouTube and become a professional SoundCloud rapper or something. Clearly, I've got the perfect voice for it as well. It's just crazy to me that quite literally nothing about this woman is good. She can't sing, she's not funny, no one likes her, and she's probably like the second, if not first, most disliked person on the planet. For someone who's a vegan, I mean, she sure isn't really doing anything good for this earth.
You can hear me, apparently. Alright, here we go.
Miss Katie, otherwise known as that vegan teacher, has said some controversial shit. You could tell me she said a few things that are a bit, oof, or a few things that are a bit, as the cool kids say, yikes, or whatever.
What?
But to
Like
say
what?
Miss Katie is a racist, nah. And some of you have been sending me this absolute piece of shit article as evidence.
Oh! Thank you. He says I'm not a racist. It's true, I'm not a racist.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. She probably isn't, at least I would hope so. But if you're already hated by like 3/4 of the entire internet, I don't think writing the hard R on a piece of paper and showing that to nearly 1 million people is a very smart idea. But you know what? Maybe I'm the crazy one here. I'm the one that's going completely bonkers. It's just really not a good look for yourself, and I think she probably knows this, and the only reason she did it was just for attention. But we'll see what this guy has to say about her.
She's some kind of racist. And this article, by the way, was written by a fucking vegan. This was written by a vegan, claiming she's a racist piece of garbage. So let's take a look at the evidence for Miss Katie being a racist piece of garbage. She made a post about George Floyd and Regan Russell and pigs. George Floyd's asking, why are you here? And Regan Russell responds, I couldn't breathe. And the pig said, neither can we.
Okay, yes, this is me. Okay, so it says in heaven. So him. So there's George Floyd and Regan Russell. So him is George Floyd. he says, "Why are you here?" He's talking to Regan Russell. George Floyd, if you don't know, he was the dark-skinned man who was murdered.
Thanks for going into detail about every single little thing. You know what? Maybe her students really are special ed, but even they wouldn't need this much of a direct definition of literally everything on the planet. Like, this woman needs to shut up. She's actually pissing me off. Every day she finds a way to make herself look worse. I literally don't know how she does it. It's like she's magic or something. No human being on the planet could make themselves this hated. Making stupid analogies of really serious topics as if you have any say in it whatsoever. You are literally using sensitive and serious movements to try and promote veganism. Does she not see a problem with that? There should be a line where it's like one part should be talking about veganism, which, you know, some people might say is really important. I'm not going to say that it isn't, because to those people it might be, but then trying to use that to kind of leech off of these really, really sensitive things like the Black Lives Matter movement and George Floyd and everything, it's like, why would you do it? As I said, she just loves making herself hated.
None of these deaths were justified. They were all wrong. Clearly, George Floyd's death was wrong. She's saying Regan Russell, by the way, she's an activist who died last year. She was killed by a truck carrying pigs to a slaughterhouse. She was killed and run over. Really horrible. So she's saying that death was wrong, obviously. And she's saying the death of those 10,000 pigs in the slaughterhouse every hour are wrong. It's all wrong. It's not racist. And here's the bit where a lot of you are like, oh, but this is definitely racist. She used the hashtags All Lives Matter to me and All Lives Matter to anti-speciesists. That's not racist. Racists have been using hashtags and phrases like that as a comeback to BLM. But just because racists say something, it doesn't mean that it by default becomes a racist thing to say.
Thank you. I'm giving him a few check marks here for these things. Just because a racist says something doesn't mean it's a racist thing to say.
Yeah, but if the movement was created in the first place to combat a movement supporting an oppressed race, then how are you not a racist for using that? Like, I don't get what goes through these people's minds. All Lives Matter genuinely could work if it wasn't just made by racists. Like, it's that simple. It was created as some kind of, like, jealousy that Black Lives Matter was, you know, starting to kind of rise up a little bit more as of last year. And that really isn't why a movement like All Lives Matter should have even been started in the first place, because then it takes away the whole point of it. You see, it probably could work if it actually helped a bunch of different social groups come together and connect as human beings, where we can all move up in society equally. It's like, that is what All Lives Matter should be, if it was to be a thing where it wasn't ran by racists. But maybe I'm getting a little bit too political here, and I don't want to get, like, hated by 10 billion people for saying that. And that's not me saying that I can't take jokes or anything, because, you know, I love a bit of dark humor. There's just definitely a line where it goes from being funny to just toxic and annoying, though. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video up until here. If you did, that really does mean a lot to me. In the description, you can find all of my social medias, which is probably a really good way to connect with me, because I respond to all of my direct messages. At least for now I do, you know, on the unlikely chance that my channel just explodes and, you know, I get a bunch of them, which I doubt will happen anytime soon. But the channel genuinely has just been picking up a lot more lately, so I do really appreciate you guys for just watching my videos and enjoying what I put out. But with that being said, I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow.